福上无量天尊, my dear Dao friends around the world, I'm happy to have a nice Dao talk live today. Today is a very special day, the 15th of this month, according to the lunar calendar. So I'm just finished a ceremony, and we are very happy to talk today about 经典 and the 法师 or the 法会. This means the scriptures and the Daoist ceremonies, so also about the studies of the scriptures and Daoist studies in general. 福上无量天尊 for all my Dao friends. Let's just start with something I put here. I take from my shelf. Yeah, and we are a little bit further in the setup of this nice study room here in the Lao Tzu College. So I have all the books I need. I'm going to show a few of the more important books I use basically daily. This is the Zhaowang Gongke Jing. Yeah, this is, if you take this book out, yeah, it looks like this. So all the scriptures are written in Chinese basically. And we use this for the scripture practice. This is actually from the Wudang Daoist. This is I brought back from Wudangshan. There's a few differences between every temple or every region, every province in China. And in Wudang temple, we use basically a book like this. And this one has already the pinyin in it, and this is also what we use for teaching. As you can see, it's very clear written, and this very special and very useful for people with basic knowledge of Chinese or only pinyin knowledge. They can use this and still do the scripture practice or the morning and evening scripture rituals. And this one here is also written in Jianti and simplified Chinese, while this here and all other scriptures basically are written all in traditional Chinese, which is also good because many words are pronounced same but have a different meaning, and in simplified Chinese they also look the same, but when you write them in traditional Chinese, they look different. So to put it in a simple way, hey, ni hao, hey, Antonio, hey, Chudao, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. Yeah, right, you're in Mexico. Now we are in Germany, and next year we're gonna meet again in Mexico. I hope you're also gonna visit us in Germany one day with your family. Welcome. It's a bay. Everyone who is watching now, or watching later in this live stream, after the live stream, this video is saved, and we also upload once a week on the YouTube channel, so you can watch it again and again. And we were talking about the scriptures and the Daoist studies, so I'm going to continue to show a few of the more important scriptures. Again, the morning and evening ritual or Gongke Jing is the daily practice, morning and evening, and we have in the temple I study, in the Dadaguan in Wuhan, the temple from Ren Zhongquan, Shifu, they also practice daily the Sangguan Jing. It's in the noontime, during the noontime, and the Sangguan Jing is also a very important scripture. And most of these scriptures, they are printed in both sides. So this one has on the back side the Beidou Jing, which is not always a daily practice. I practice it daily because this is part of my personal practice. But most of the temples, they don't practice it on a daily basis. But here is some, for example, the Beidou Zhou, I practice every day because this is part of my practice. And I can recommend a lot about this book, or I can recommend to you this book because there's a lot of knowledge inside, and it helps for Daoist healing or also for self-practice. If you're interested in the Beidou Jing or study the Beidou Jing, you're welcome to contact me anytime, or if you have questions, just post them in the comments. Even during the live stream, I try to answer as good as I can. And if you need any advice or any recommendations, please welcome to also send me a message on Facebook, on email, Instagram, wherever you like. I also have help to read all this, and the best they get through to me. No, everyone gets the personal answer from me. And if you ask the question during the live stream, it's even better, so I can answer them right away. So this one is part of my study pack. Yeah, there's a lot of study books, but this one here is开商宣门四平显经. As you can see, there is all of the 3 or all of the 4 more important scriptures: the 造安科, the Beidou Jing, and the Sangguan Jing. It's all together in this one pack. Yeah, I don't need to take it out now because you already saw it. And many of those books, they also, or the scriptures, they also have the seals on it or in it. Yeah, I want to show you one very special Beidou Jing I'm using for my practice. If I find it right away, here's all the Jingdian, also very interesting. This is only for ceremonies. Yeah, when a priest needs this on hand, it's very small, so you can put it on the 草间like this. Like this, you can put it behind there and you still can use it. So, but this is not what I wanted to show. I wanted to show you the Beidou Jing, this one here. And one moment, sit down again. So here is very interesting. This section here, it shows basically what we practice during the Beidou Jing. Also for internal practice, there is a lot of 秘传, like secretly passed knowledge or passed down from master to students. Also very interesting in the Beidou Jing in this edition, and all the editions I use have the 五性神咒 in the Bada Shenzhou, and this is the 5-star heavenly incantation. So what I want to show you is in the back. Yeah, okay, great. This one is not the one I wanted to take. All right, but I have the right one somewhere here. Okay, it's probably upstairs, but it's supposed to be somewhere here. You see, I need to organize this shelf anyway. Okay, what I wanted to show you is the seals for the ceremony. If I'm lucky, I have the inside here. Probably also not. And you see, it's all live. That's why I'm not well prepared. Yeah, here they are. All right, so in the best version, of course, they always have this, because during the ceremony, when you do the Beidou Jing, like today or every 1st, 3rd, 15th or 27th in the lunar months, like the normal days is the 3rd and the 27th, but in special occasions like the 1st and the 15th, we also do the Beidou Jing ceremony, 炒豆可以, is it called. So then we also use talisman like this. We draw them on a paper and basically burn them during the ceremony, during the recitation. Yeah. For everyone who just start watching, welcome, 慈悲慈悲, 大家好福生无量. I'm talking about the Daoist studies and ceremonies today, because today is the 15th, and I want to introduce a little bit about the Beidou Jing practice. And as you can see, there's many of these signs, talisman, however you want to call them. These are all connected to one god, or to the skill. Basically, you can call it this way, to drive away the disaster or the evil. And these I just showed you. There's also other ones. For example, when we and this is also very interesting, because for the Gao Gong Ban, if you know what is this, then I don't need to explain. We have also all the instruments in this book, because this is for the studies of the instruments and the rituals at the same time. So this is really a treasure, a gift from my Shifu. And let me show you the other seals that I want to show. Maybe it's on the other side. Okay, so here's also a very important photo, what we also use for many altar. My student in Mexico, Antonio, you know this photo, you have it on your altar, as well as many other students. This is the Domu, and she is basically the mother of the stars, and she helps us in our practice. So I'm gonna close this again. Okay, so whenever we touch those scripture books, we should have the hands washed, and when we start reciting, we should also wash our mouth. So this is a ritual gesture, the same like when you take up scripture, because Antonio, you are watching, and I hope you also practice today. The scriptures, the incantation Bada Shendo is for you, is very important. So whenever we pick up and want to practice or read one of those scriptures, we pick them up with both hands over the head, and then basically 磕头, 点头, for paying our respect to the Sanbao, because Jing is one of the three treasures. Jing is the scriptures, and Dao is written in the scriptures. So Dao Jing Shi is the 学习, 学到三包, 慈悲. So whenever you use a translation or like a pinyin version, you could also do the same, because the Dao is written in the scripture, and if it's translated or if it's transcribed into pinyin, it is the same. So when you use heart to study, when you use a clear mind and a still heart, you're gonna find the Dao in your scriptures. So I recommend everyone to learn the Daoist scriptures. You don't need to become a high priest or do the rituals, but you could still study the basic scriptures like the Qingjing Jing or the Dao De Jing. Also very interesting. I forgot one of the more important or more interesting scriptures I just prepared here is the 真武妙经. 真武妙经 is for the 玄武派 or the Wudang派. The 祖师 is the 玄武大帝, the 真武, the god of the north or the warrior god, or the god of water. He has many names, and in this scripture we also recite regularly. There is a whole number of names on the end when we recite his names. I need to find the right position, and here it is. So there is all his names, and as I said, many gods have many names, and if you want to learn all the names from the 玄武大帝, you could learn the 真武妙经. This is a very important practice. Inside have a lot of secrets also for the Xiongwu Pai or the Wudang Pai. Very important book. If you don't know it, you could also contact me, and I could help you to find it, or also to teach you the scripture. Because scriptures reading is one thing, but to practice with it is a totally different story. So when you do your ceremony, you need to know how to do it. You need to learn how to read the scriptures in the right way. If you just practice the Bada Shenzhou, it is also the same. If you practice the Qing Jing Jing, we have a lot of books for our guests to pick up here. For example, the Dao De Jing. I just prepare, this is my version, my translation of the Dao De Jing. We are now also editing it into English language. And once the English version is finished, everyone get one for free. Because these books, if you visit us, you can pick up at the entrance. Everyone can pick up one for free. The same with the Qing Jing Jing. This is a little bit different booklet. The Qing Jing Jing. This way we can also practice. And this one here is also, of course, for the guests. Everyone who visit the temple, Yujianguan, or the Lao Tzu College and want to study with us. There, who wants to study with us can pick up one. If you don't want to visit us, you can also get those in the Dao shop. That's why we have it. But then there's a little price on it. Let's call the kit by the name, because with the money or the revenue we do in the Dao shop, we also support social projects and also donate a lot of money to the Daoist temples in China. Not to every temple, but of course to the temple we have a connection to, Wushenggong in Wudang, for example, and Dadaoguan in Wuhan. The people who are really interested in the Daoist practice or into following the way I walk are always welcome to contact me or ask me any questions. Flavio, you just ask a question, I will answer in a moment. And if you're interested in studying the Dao or the Dao De Jing or the scriptures, whatever you want to study, you are welcome to contact us, to visit us, and stay here and study with us. Also martial arts, because some of you might already watched some videos. We have courses every day, basic training, and also we have intensive training for the disciples or also those who teaching or come from far away. We have twice a month special intensive training, which is the same hard like in China. We do only authentic traditional training. I don't teach the way many schools teach here, like with music and stuff. We do a lot of basics, and the training is hard. Even some people puke. I have one student, he is really good. He started, and after a few weeks, the training became really hard, and he puked, but only one time. And after this, he became really, really good. So the traditional training, the training I received is also what my students, my disciples receive from me. So if you're interested in the traditional training and the traditional teachings of the Wudang Pai, you're welcome to visit us, to join the classes, or make a tryout class. So back to the question of Flavio. He asked me to spell the names of the scriptures, to search and read. Well, Zhen Wu Miao Jing. This is what it is. Zhen Wu Miao Jing. I will write a comment later and answer this question. Everybody should know the Dao friends from America, Josh Painter, greetings to you. I don't know if you're still watching, but Josh and Jack Schaefer, George Painter and Jack Schaefer, sorry, they translated the morning and evening scriptures into English, and it's a very good book, very good translation, including also the pinyin, yeah. And if you're interested, you could also check this out. They have it available on Amazon. I still have to say the translation is not the same like the original. Yeah, everyone hates me for this, but it is true. If you really want to learn the Daoist scriptures, you should learn Chinese first. Yeah, and the pinyin also does the trick. But again, the most scriptures, like when I pick up any scripture, I can read it right away because I can read the Chinese. But when you don't have the pinyin version, then it's difficult to just go anywhere in China and join the ceremonies. So if you don't want to carry around a big bag of pinyin translations with you anytime you visit the temple, then you should probably pick up Chinese. And it's also very helpful if you want to find a good master. So yeah, enough talk about the ceremonies. I don't have a tea here. I really want to drink some tea because after the ceremonies, after 1 hour reciting, I always need some good tea. And this is where I'm gonna go now, to the Wudang tea house in the Wudang temple, Germany. If you want to join us for tea or for Dao talk, we also have every month, every last Saturday in the month, we have a Dao talk, a Dao meeting, yeah, where we also do Dao talks. But yeah, with tea and snacks and also with some practices. And we have many people coming from far, from near and far. Yeah, and if you like to stay, you can also stay. We have places to stay, places to sleep. And yeah, you're welcome to join us anytime. Yeah, Wudang Tianzun. Yeah, see you next time. See you tomorrow.